Howdy folks, Justin here. We are going to hop onto the ladder today. Ooh, it looks like I'm being joined by my cat. With Spellsword, and I know you're thinking Spellsword week's over. I took a couple of days off. Come on, kitty, let's get out of the way here. I took a couple of days off because I just needed a break. But now I'm back. The patch has hit, and I wanted to update the list for what I think fits a little better with the patch. You may notice Kvatch Soldier. I feel like Kvatch Soldier. If people are still running the cards that got nerfed, they got 2 toughness now, right? So that should be pretty good. And everybody's asking me about Pillaging Tribune, so since I came into a bunch of soul shards when the patch hit, I disenchanted a bunch of stuff, and I crafted some Pillaging Tribunes. So we're going to give this a shot. Currently sitting at rank 1, and we're going to see how this goes. Now, yeah, this should be exciting. Playing against AA Checkmate. I'm eager to see what people are playing today. This is my first game since installing the patch. The Earthbound. And we're playing against Scout. Alright. Scout should be in a pretty good position right now. Execute not great against Scout, but the ramp game is strong. If it's a ramp Scout, we'd like to keep up with them. I'm going to go ahead and keep this, actually. Got removal, we got ramp. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, no play, no play. We got Blood Magic Lord. Our first threat to win the game will come down when we hit 9 Magicka.
If I fall,
Alright, Fighters Guild Recruit. I think we'll just go ahead and lay down Tree Minder over here.
the waters of life.
Don't mind if he goes face a little bit. Let's see what happens. House Kinsman. Alright. Crushing Blow. I kind of like Crushing Blow here, actually. We'll just keep on trucking. And if he goes face again, we will break a rune, draw a card, maybe trigger a prophecy. You may notice I went up to 3 Cloud Resolutionists. Been enjoying that card. Alright. Cloud Illusionist not going to get it done here. Or will it?
A little distraction might prove useful.
There we go. Execute. Doing the Lord's work. Okay. Sheogoraths, that is. That's the only religious faith we accept here is straight Daedric worship. Alright.
The waters of life.
Okay. So given the opportunity, we'll just trade our Tree Minder in so we don't wound our Cloud Resolutionist. There's another Cloud Resolutionist.
Feed and spleen.
Behold my
So do we play Histgrove? You know, right? I mean, that's the question. Surely he has a Shadowfen Priest. But the trade-off is it lets us play Blood Magic Lord next turn, which I think makes it worth it. So we'll let him destroy that if he will. And then we'll set up our Blood Magic Lord over in the... ooh. Alright. So... I'm really tempted to do this. Let that die.
Now you will see real power.
Seems alright to me. Cloud Resolutionist might give us a little game against that... Fighters Guild Recruit. Let us not lose our Blood Magic Lord. My cat is very excited that I'm home, very eager to play. Today's Wednesday. Survivor is on tonight. Survivor is one of my favorite shows. Okay.
If I fall,
And another Fighters Guild Recruit. Okay. So we are going to ultimately lose this, it looks like.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Well, we'll get quite a bit of value out of it first. I think we remove that. Pass the turn. We got a handful of gas.
Now you will see
There's his
real
Blood Magic
power.
Lord, which we can answer with an Edict of Azura. Shadowfen Priest gives us a backup answer to his Hist Groves. But you know what? I need to remove this, actually. So we're going to go nuts over here. We're punished a little bit by Red Brahmin himself. But other than that, you know, he's one turn off of Odiving. This might just get us there.
The Hist revives.
Thorn Hist Mage is fine. And there's his Gargoyle, okay.
What have we here?
And his Thieves Guild Recruit. So he's running low on resources. There's a Hive Defender. So I kind of like trading that in and then playing Pillaging Tribune. Get a good cushion. But we are so wrecked against Odiving then, aren't we? And Odiving... Okay, so it has to attack for this to trigger. Yeah. Still, I think, pretty good. Still pretty good.
Confound you!
Behold my power.
And we will... I'm going to go ahead and silence this. That might be greedy, but I kind of want to move into this lane instead of being stuck in that other lane. We're at, you know, we're ahead in life by 15. Seems pretty good. Might be able to just race him. Restless Templar. So it doesn't look like he's removing any of our board this turn, maybe? If he's playing the list that went around the internet recently, he's got, he probably has some snake tooth necklaces in there somewhere. So that's something to keep in mind. There's Manticora, looks pretty good. We will Manticora this guy down.
No prisoners. Confound you. No prisoners.
And
Behold my power.
Trigger Prophecy, unfortunately. So what's our opponent got here? Dark Harvester. Alright, I didn't see that coming. I really did not see the Dark Harvester coming. We are completely wrecked against Odiving with no answer in hand. Looks like he doesn't have it. He does have a Hist Grove. Does he have 2 Hist Groves? He has 2 Hist Groves. Okay, so we gotta get on with getting on. We are up against the clock right now for sure. And he has a Moonlight whereabout?
Your reckoning is at
We only have 15 on board, unfortunately. Piercing Javelin. So he has on board enough to kill us.
no prisoners.
We're just going for it. We are just
Found you.
doing
Behold
it.
my power.
Mother of mine.
And 3. So let's say we destroy this and we put the Hive Defender here, right? With no silence, we're taking 24, 26. Leaves us dead to Tazcad. We do have a lot of prophecies that are alive, though. So I'm going to risk it. I'm going to go ahead and take the risk. You know, win the game if things go well, lose the game if they don't. A little bit of a calculated risk. If he has a silence or a mummify for our Hive Defender, we're totally relying on prophecies. It's possible, of course, that he's got Snake Tooth Necklace, which also sets us back pretty hard. You know, we're not in a good position. So it looks like this looks pretty desperate, actually, sacrificing the Restless Templar. He does have the Shadowfen Priest, so he is that's an interesting way to play it. Okay. So he just desperately doesn't want us drawing any cards, taking the most conservative route possible. And he's got the 3rd Hist Grove, so that's always exciting. And we are not getting any runes broken, and we have no way to win next turn. We can get an Odiving, that'd be pretty sweet. Alright, so yeah, we have one move. That move is this.
Found you.
And we're just dead. I mean, it would take, I think we've used too many piercing javelins to be able to get out of it, so. Alright, well.
A little distraction might prove
Still just dead. And there we go. Okay, well. We tried our best, took a big risk there, didn't pay off, and opponent just had Hiss Groves for days, so. And it's worth pointing out, even if we hadn't played the Hiss Grove and we'd held on to it, we weren't going to hit the ramp necessary to trigger our own, so. Alright, that was our first game. Let's go ahead and hop on the ladder right away for another one. Same list, same bat time, same bat channel. Go ahead and post a double header today. It makes sense, though, that that's the list of guys playing. That's, you know, with the Restless Templars, the change that was recommended in the article. Should be about what we expect to see. Playing against Steneros. And Steneros, the Earthbone as well, is playing Battlemage. Alright. So it's either that Prophecy one that's been popular lately. Kind of like keeping all those. Or it's the Supreme Atromancer. Go big deck. Either way, we'll go ahead and leave Grim Prophet here.
There's always a plan.
Probably it's looking less like the aggro deck now that he's not played anything on turn 1.
Careful there, friend.
Okay, his Wardcrafter, Kvatch Soldier should do pretty well against that. Could still be aggro though. We could see a weapon, a Steel Scimitar or something like that on the Wardcrafter. Okay, Crushing Blow. So this definitely looks like it is not the aggro deck. Then we'll just play Hiss Grove. We got removal to deal with his early stuff.
The elements are mine to control.
Okay, so we'd love to see an execute right now. We'll take an Edict. Because we still have removal for his Markarth Banner. Or his Blood Dragon, I suppose.
Your blood will spill.
I'm tempted to just let the Blood Dragon live. So we draw a card. I think that's our plan. And there's a Cunning Ally.
Let's shed some light on the problem.
We're going to try to just take this one patiently.
Let's shed some light on the problem.
Okay, no prophecy there.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Awaiting orders.
You know, we don't have a lot of good moves here, so it's not looking good for us here either.
I have you now.
Okay. There's the double firebolt we know he has. Shadowfen Priest. You might as well just push it, like we're clearly not coming back from this. Crushing Blow.
Your blood will spill.
And Wardcrafter on the Blood Dragon probably. That doesn't really make sense, but okay. So we will Edict. And we will Hive Defender. We have access to Manticora next turn.
By the sacred words
And
of Belor.
Endural Archmage. Is he just going for it? Okay. So maybe some lightning bolts in hand or something like that. You know, we will Manticora this down, but we're dead to lightning bolts, so it's not likely we're coming back from this one either. So, cheers to Steneros. So far, super unimpressed with Pillaging
blood
Tribune,
will spill.
but you know what are you gonna do? Is he gonna kill me with a Supreme Atromancer for style points?
Elements.
Alrighty,
I summon
cool.
thee.
Well, let's, what do you say? How long has this video been so far? 15 minutes? Let's record one more, make it a long one. See if we can't lose to a third type of popular deck right now. My enthusiasm is waning a little bit, but yeah, let's just give this deck one more shot. Maybe we will try something next, something different for our next video. Playing against Frame Layout. But so far, I've been super unimpressed with Pillaging Tribune and with my deck in general. These these two games have been heartbreaking. All right, Warrior. I'm assuming aggro. I could be wrong. We'll keep the Tree Minder. Draw some worse stuff. All right, no play. That's cool because we don't have a play either. Tree Minder next turn. Into Preserver or potentially Javelin. So that thing has Breakthrough. We'll just go ahead and put this over here.
The waters of life.
Maybe funnel his creatures into one lane a little bit. But it looks like we're playing against Orcs, which is going to be spectacularly embarrassing to lose to. In retrospect, I probably should have tested the deck a little bit before I hopped into a video with it, but
I would protect
that's not our style here. Alright. We're playing against a castaway sort of deck. Cast out. Castaway sort of deck is where Tom Hanks and Wilson sit across from one another, playing Canasta. So we have access to Piercing Javelin next turn. Let's see what happens, I suppose.
We stand united. We stand united.
Okay, we're going big. Pillaging Tribune.
End of the road.
Crushing Blow. So I kind of like Kvatch Soldier Pillaging Tribune. I'm sorry, Kvatch Soldier Crushing Blow.
Awaiting orders.
Seems pretty reasonable. He can trade his side into my side if he'd like. He could play the 5-drop with Charge or Battle Rage Orc. Okay, that's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good.
Taste of my power.
Just continuing to go face.
This should be good.
Greystone Ravager. Okay, so he chooses to trade there. Well, we don't really have much, unfortunately. I kind of feel like Piercing Javelin's the best play, otherwise we're taking a whole ton of damage next turn. But
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
You must be cleansed.
let's go and silence that guy.
Seed and spleen.
Maybe some guys will survive. We can play Pillaging Tribune. That'd be pretty sweet. Okay.
Taste of my power.
Alright. So I doubt he goes face for 6, right? He probably trades here, which is actually bad for us. We want him to go face so we can keep that thing alive for Tribune value.
Try this on for size.
Rothgar Artisan. Okay, that card just got a buff, so
Power and glory.
maybe this deck is the new hotness, huh? Alright, Cloud Resolutionist isn't going to get it done either. We can only play 1 or 2 cards if we elixir out Histgrove. If we don't elixir out Histgrove, we're still just at 9 Magicka next turn. So I think we just elixir it out. But yeah, I don't see I don't see a way that this works for us. Because, I mean, we're stuck playing Pillaging, Tribune, and Cloud-Dressed Illusionist next turn, which do not
Taste of my power.
affect what's going on the board. At all. So what would be a good draw? I mean, so in Magical Fantasyland, he piles all his creatures into one of these lanes, and we draw Nahag Leave, I guess. That'd be pretty good. Pretty reasonable. Alright, so he's got the Headhunter.
They will pay the blood price.
Alright. So we're just dead on board. Alright, so that's game. Well, that was a real exciting trio of matches.
Is yours.
I'll post this video and then I'll record myself playing something else because I've not been impressed with the changes I just made. Yeah. Maybe we'll go back to the classic list. We'll find out. We'll do something. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.